G'day Cephalon Collective and welcome to the Week in Warframe news for the week ending 15th of December 2019. I'm Cephalon Greg. Wow, what a week! Lots of good stuff, lots of big surprises. Let's just dive in. First up, in an announcement that surprised nobody, Avara Prime is the next Prime access, heading to all platforms on December 17th. Keep in mind that Atlas Prime access will end on the same day, but he and his weapons will still of course be available via relics. Zephyr Prime, however, will be heading on into the vault, along with Tiburon and Cronin Prime. You might recall last week, the community was feverishly trying to figure out exactly what it was that Rebecca Ford was going to be announcing at the Game Awards. Well, we know what it is now. Starting off by showing off the trailer for Empyrean, Rebecca then announced that Empyrean would be made immediately available on PC. Hilariously, this saw a huge drop in viewer numbers as tens and thousands of 10.0 dropped off to go get their downloads started. And as if that wasn't a huge enough bombshell in and of itself, Rebecca then went on to announce that Rising Tide was also simultaneously released on both Xbox and PlayStation 4 at the time the announcement was made. And not to be shown up by the other console platforms, Rising Tide also went live on Nintendo Switch the following day. What a great job, DE. This one is a remaster, so it is a full game download, but it's been reduced to 16.5 gig. Yay! Next up, and this one's more of a community announcement. Mashed has released a whole new animation on Warframe, this time with Kuvaliches and Railjacks. It's definitely worth a watch, very funny, and it's a whole lot of fun. In an attempt to provide those that love a bit of physical merch with some Empyrean love, DE also released a new Empyrean collection on the official Warframe store. This includes a Railjack keychain, a Railjack blanket, an Empyrean Lotus t-shirt, and a bonus air freshener. Yep. It's only available until January 7th, so it'll be kind of rare, I guess, if you're into that kind of thing. I'm interested in the blanket. How weird. And lastly, it's almost over, but still it's best to mention in case you might have time to catch it. If you watch any Warframe stream for 30 consecutive minutes over the weekend, you can get a free Itzel Nogal, provided you've linked your Twitch and Warframe accounts. This will be available to December 16th, and again, any Warframe stream. This brings us up to date with this week's news, but I do have to say this. Get excited about Empyrean. If you're on PC, why are you watching this and not playing? If you're on console, it's coming, and it's good. Buggy, but good. Impressions, hints, and tips in this week's episode of Cephalon Squared podcast. Look out for episode 74 on your podcast platform. Before we head off for another week, I'd like to say a big thank you to our patrons. With the help of these generous people, we are able to keep Cephalon Squared going. So thank you very much. If you'd also like to help us out, head on over to cephalonsquared.com/support to see how you, too, can get your name on the board. But that's it for another week in Warframe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week with an overview of DevStream 135. At least, we hope so. See you then.